What's going on, guys? Mike, aka Crypto Jules, going to do a VRA Veracity video update here. We are going to start out on the macro, kind of dive into the macro a little bit, and then end up looking at the micro, the lower time frame, and how that structure is starting to develop. Okay, so here we are with VRA Veracity. For those of you guys in my premium Discord, you guys know that I called the top here February 9th when it was starting to kind of get overextended and showing signs that it potentially could be topping. And then we ended up anticipating after it showed rejection signs. I was expecting this area down here, which was from low 003s to 004 basically is where I was projecting this thing to go, and some sort of an ABC structure like so, which is what we have ended up getting. And guys, just to shill that Discord, if you are interested in joining it, I have a link below, and I also have a free Discord as well, so you guys can hop into that. But anyways, this has moved impulsively off of the low. Off of the low for a potential one wave, and we have this A, B, C that is indeed playing out. And then from there, once we bottom, I anticipate an impulsive structure off of that low and heading up to somewhere around 17 cents or so for our potential one wave. Ultimately, I believe this structure is going to target this cycle likely somewhere around 50 cents to $1. I know that's a fairly large range, but as we move towards that area, we'll be able to hone in on that a little more. But ultimately, that's my assumption, and that's my bias currently. But we need price to prove it out, and we need, for the most part, we need this structure to hold first and foremost. In order for that to be valid, and in order for those targets to remain as potential targets. So that's my macro, ultimately, is what I'm looking for. On a macro time frame, this thing could technically be bottomed. We'll get into the count here in just a second, but really this is a 1, 2, a 3, a 4, and then we have broken back below that 3, so we could technically have a 5 wave in at any moment. The micro time frame, which we'll get into the details right now, is actually calling still for one more sweep of the low before we do reverse and bottom. But there are some signs that we might possibly be bottom now, but we have to prove it out, and it has to be vetted out. So this is what we will have to see in order for us to have a bottom in place. So as we just talked about, this is that B for the AB, and then we have this 1, 2, 3, and then this 4 wave, and now we are working on our 1, 2, 3, and if we are bottomed, it would be a 4 and a 5 with our truncated fifth. So that would be if we are bottomed. If we are not bottomed, then right now we're working on our 4 wave still, which we have been in, if that's the case, since our 3 wave low, and that 4 wave would break down like this, which would be an A, a B, and then this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up for our C. So that would be a pretty deep 4 wave. It would likely break above the 50% level, but it would reject and impulse from there, down into our final drop, which I believe we would bottom somewhere in the low 003 level. 0035, down to 0032 or so. If we do end up getting rejected and we do see this count follow through. Technical invalidation. So what bulls need to do in order to invalidate that last drop down is impulsively break back above that 1 wave there, technically. So if this is indeed a truncated fifth, what bulls would have to do is have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-wave structure up. They would have to hold a 3-wave, break back above the top of that fifth, impulsively breaking through this resistance. That would invalidate that final 5th wave drop down, and it would basically prove that the bottom is in, and it would be the start of a 1, 2, 3 and put us into our 3-wave structure. So that is what bulls need to do in order to invalidate that final drop. But until we get that invalidation, and until we get that final 5th wave impulse up, and until we get that 3-wave down, we have to assume that this is just this ABC structure, ABC, which is and our C wave is a 5-wave structure. So that is a valid count, and certainly could, reject from there and head back down to our final 5th wave to end our 2-wave and then begin our 3-wave. So that's ultimately what we're looking for. But guys, hey, real quick, just to shill something, I am diligently working on creating an online course, which is a course that you guys can take at your convenience. It's all, videoed, and it is a thorough, detailed, robust, comprehensive course that basically teaches you guys my analysis style. It teaches you Elliott wave, and then I talk about trading strategies, plans, risk management, everything you need to know in order to really be successful in trading in this market. I'm developing that out right now, and I will be privately launching it to people who have signed up to get the private launch, and that will be in about 30 days or so. But I've got a link below this video. If you want to put your email in, then go ahead and do that, and I will send a notification. And the benefit of doing that is because I will be offering significant discounts during the private launch, and then once I publicly launch it, it will not be discounted nearly as much as I'm going to discount it to the people that have signed up for the private launch. So that's that, guys. We'll see y'all later.